I think in this area the only way to go is with a carved sign. This whole place is carved signs. Uh, some better than others, but in this particular area there isn't any with any real. There isn't one with any real class. I think this is the perfect spot for one. And after I run through this portfolio, hopefully you'll agree with me. As you know, we are the sign seller. I always do that too. As you know, we are the sign seller located in North Conway. We're an award-winning sign company on a national level. This is a list of some of our clientele on a local as well as national level. We do a lot of work for architects, contractors, developers, so forth. We're capable of handling nationwide chains. We have signs all over the country. In Alaska and Hawaii. Really? But the type of wood we're going with is a Honduran mahogany. Reason being it's very stable outside in the terrible weather. And it's a carvable wood. The terrible weather. It's this presentation's going on real smooth. You're an easy guy to talk to.
Yeah.
So why don't you do the presentation? Since you're having so much fun with it anyway. Hey, you sit in the chair and do it. That's what you do. So, what can I do for you?
I came to sell you a sign today, John. I came to sell you a sign. That's what I came to do.
Did ya?
I'm going to sell it to you before I'm done, all right? The sign seller's the finest company you ever saw in your life. Award-winning and nationally recognized, and works out of places in its own region and also nationally with chains. Some of our prize clients are developers and architects like yourself. Quality and craftsmanship in this sign cannot be denied. Very, very nice sign.
What's so nice about it?
Well, we're talking about 23 karat gold leaf here. The real thing. There's no sense of going anything less. Right? I mean, they've used what's called an imitation gold. And it's basically bronze particles for the base that they use in it. And it tarnishes in time. And that's why, if you're going to go with the proper carved sign, you're going to use the real thing. If you're going to do anything nicely, you might as well do it right. We use Honduran mahogany, same stuff they use in boats. Using adhesives, the same adhesives that they use at Chris Craft.
Okay.
What we're trying to get across in our environment these days is we're trying to get across a sense of well-being. In the 50s, the automobile had to be attractive because we were just beginning to spread out and into traveling a lot with nice cars. And so off we went, but we needed ways of stopping them, so we erected these giant signs up there. Eat at Joe's, lunch here, diner eat, sleep now, those kinds of places. And now that communities have sprung up everywhere, the automobile is here, you know. So now it's nothing to go someplace else. So now they don't need these humongous signs to do this. You just need more tasteful signs, because people are beginning to get tired of the old and are looking for something new and different. And in you walk, showing them a completely unique and different sign that will identify, okay, which can direct and which could possibly advertise or any combination of the above. All of these simply so that we can avoid one of these. Would never want that.
No.
Features and benefits of a hand-carved sign are simply unique individuality. There's no other sign like this anywhere. You have never seen that sign. No one will see yours because it's designed for you.
I thought my sign was supposed to serve a purpose out there.
It will be seen, but not duplicated.
Okay. I'll see your sign.
Now, I'll tell you something else. That is, of course, unless it falls apart in the first month, then we might have to duplicate it. But it probably won't happen with the materials that we're using. because we only using the highest grade industrial paints, exterior adhesives, and the real thing gold leaf. And in your place, you'll need at least 7 billion signs. So just to show you how you put a sign together, you can carry the same theme throughout the complex. I'll bet you this camera is right now looking at a stripe across the top of my head. But anyway.
Oh, that's good.
There's no denying that if you want to take a sign, I'm just first of all going to tell you that when you're talking about a sign, you're talking about probably the most powerful means of advertising. Can you deny that?
Yeah, by
Okay.
the amount of money I pay in advertising, I'll say emphatically yes.
Would you agree with me that the sign is the most powerful means of advertising?
Who's that?
My son.
Oh. Yes, I would
Yes.
agree.
Would you also agree that there are perhaps many people who put a lot of money into their place and their lunch and everything else and their meals and their waitresses and tables and insides and outsides and seem to leave their budget for the sign as a last kind of a thing? Do you notice that people sometimes do that? They kind of make it not quite a priority item. Do you know that people do that? Do you? Well, I'm telling you that for a fact. Later you will rearrange my words and put them in a proper order. But for right now, I'm telling you that there is no doubt in my mind that the sign is the most powerful means of advertisement, and very few people use it in one of their priority advertising schemes. Very few people use it. However, none can deny that it is in at least one, if not the most powerful means of advertising for your business. Now, when you think of the thousands and thousands of dollars you spend every single day, when you think, let me tell you something, audience. When you think, when you think that the sign is the most powerful means of advertising, very possibly the most powerful in many businesses, that they are not using it. They are putting it as a less priority item. When you think that some businesses spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in advertising.
This is going to be good. I want to do this too.
Thousands of thousands of dollars in advertising they spend. All right? They spend thousands of bucks. Everybody spends thousands of bucks in advertising. And they'll never deny that the sign is probably one of the most powerful that they put. And when you talk about spending one time $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, when you're spending $12,000, $15,000, $40,000, $50,000 into other means of advertising, not that they aren't doing you some good, but you just told me, you agreed with me, that the sign was one of the, if not the most powerful of all of the other means of advertising. And we're talking $3,000, $4,000 compared to 50s. And then when you're done with your 40,000, what are you going to do next year? All these other means, yeah, necessary. Put them in, you start your budget again. $40,000 more dollars in advertising to get the same return. What is your sign doing? The same, if not more return than it did the first time, because it's more well known. And it's still working, and you don't owe a cent for it. It's paid. Now, how can you deny it? How can you deny its cost effectiveness? Is there a denial on it? We're talking about $4,000 in a business that regularly spends $17,000 a year on its advertising budget. Now, even if you had to have that other means of advertising, that $17,000 that you're spending, let's not even take any out. Even, don't you at least think that if you had to have that, that you couldn't spring for another 4 to have this? Ladies and gentlemen, we have some very, very, not very intelligent people in this world. Let's talk about it, folks. We're talking about signs that will knock you down. We're talking about signs that will identify your business in such a way that no one else could ever do. You would stand out so much above the other crowd. The world would want to come to your place. Even if you sold beets, they would come in droves. Your sign is everything. Everything. Need I go any further? Can't you see that we do sandblasted signs? Can't you see that we're an award-winning sign company with pieces like that from our art department? We're talking 5th place in the nation. Are we not in the running with the very best? Is the design potential of the company to your satisfaction? Do we have it or don't we have it? Do we have it? We have it. Any kind of a sign? You're talking to the sign seller. My friend, we're not even talking about money right now. We're talking about $90. That's a big luncheon with 2 friends, is all that is. $90. Let me show you the kind of design that you need and can receive and look at your sign for $90. Take a look at that. It's beautiful, and you damn well know it. Let me tell you something. When you see this design, you're gonna know what kind of sign you're gonna get. You're gonna know it. You're gonna know it, and if you don't like it, you can change it. And if you don't like it then, you can change it again. Because when you buy this sign, you are gonna love it. You're gonna love it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make you love it. And you're gonna love it so much that you're gonna be so glad that you had an opportunity to put your hands into making your sign for your business, only resulting in this thing that goes outside and just stirs up conversation. Joe, you got a new sign. Hey, nice to see you. Vitalizes it, sends energy into your business. The day it goes out. The day it goes out. The minute it goes up. Before then, because you'll be telling people what you're gonna get. We're talking about a very nice change in your business here for $4,000. We're talking very small change here, my friend. We really are. We're talking very small change. Don't even get this comparatively bit. It is small change when you know what a sign like we can give you, that only we can give you, will do for you. So, what I have to do, since I'm done with this performance, is simply ask you for $90, which I don't have to ask you, I know. You're going to write me a check for $90. I am going to, within 10 days, be back here with a pair of designs, at least, for you. Perhaps 3, depending. And you're going to see these things and pick one of them, or possibly a combination of several of them. And you're going to like what you pick. And we'll change it if you need it. And then you're going to give me a deposit for 50% of the job, which means that I will take that back and put it into process. From you, $2,000. You got 5 weeks to come up with the other $2,000, because it's going to be 5 weeks before I can get your sign from the date that you give me your money. So when I'm done with your money, with your sign, I will bring the sign to you. We will deliver it. And at that point, the balance will be PCOD. So why don't you just walk over the box, and we will be on our way. All right?
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, Bubba.
All right.
You're a great salesman.
All right.
You're gonna love it.
Why don't you go give me one now?
Oh, I can't top that.